Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode number 14 of Beer versus Ivy. We're back live. It's great to see. But as you know me, I'm your co-host, Simon Rizal, brought to you with the best co-host in the league with Jackson Gross. Jackson, it's Monday. We're live. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, and not only live on a Monday, it's the first live show of 2024.
You're right.
Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New
Crazy to
Year to
think
everybody
about.
tuned in.
Crazy to think about. I'm going to be 24 in 2 months, so I feel even older. But anyway,
Wow.
no, it's been good. Had a nice night last night, even though I had to work until 10:30.
Oh, right. You did have to work.
Yeah, but I had still a nice night. Had some leftover pizza and some cauliflower buffalo wings, some veggies, so that was
Hmm.
good. And just had a nice time celebrating the new year with family. It was a lot of fun. I bought some confetti cannons. Uh, Best $12 I've ever spent for 4 confetti cannons. Uh, we did have to spend about 5 or 10 minutes cleaning up all the confetti off the floor once everyone shot theirs off, but totally worth it. Uh, it's been good, and I'm happy to have added a new Cubs jersey to the collection. It's an Ian
Oh.
Happ jersey. It's my first
Oh.
non-white one. This is my first blue Cubs jersey. So happy to bring it
I
out. Yeah,
like it.
things. Thanks.
I like it.
It's Things are good, but we'll switch over to
I,
you. How are you doing, Sai? I know you're having some fun in a new spot.
So, first off, I was hoping you would say Seiya Suzuki, not Ian Happ. I have a hatred for Ian Happ, but Cardinals fan. The Cardinals fan in me does not like Ian Happ.
Right.
But I'm doing great. We're actually, where am I? We are live from Jacksonville, Florida, right now, which
Hey.
is great. At the tail end of my vacation. Been on vacation with my family since Wednesday.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds right. And now we're here. Went to Disney World for the past couple of days. Got to go to Magic Kingdom. Went to Hollywood Studios. I am the proud owner of a lightsaber, which this is great.
Yes.
Love this. But we're doing great. Also went to my first NFL game yesterday. Saw Jaguars versus Panthers. Jaguars blew the Panthers out 29 to nothing. Great game.
Yes, they do, MJ. Yes, they do. Thanks for coming in.
Oh,
I
I
like
didn't know
it.
that. I like that. I like the little X logo. Very clean. But saw Jags game yesterday. Jags won 20 nothing. First NFL game ever. So seeing it was a insane experience. I I know, right? Look,
I'm
it's
jealous, man. I'm
real.
so
It's
jealous.
sleek metal. It feels real. It's so cool. So cool. But we're doing great over here. I'm tired. I walked like 15, 16 miles in 2 days, a combined like 40,000 steps. And that is exhausting. But we're doing great. We get to talk baseball. It's Monday. We're live. It's New Year's Day. It's 2024. It is, as you said, like right as midnight hit, the year of Beer versus Ivy. And I love that. So
Yes.
let's get into the news because stuff happened. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah. And I do have to say that it must have been it's awesome. I have to thank Iowa legend CJ Beathard
thank
for
yes.
getting the Bears the number one pick. Thank you very much. Shout out to Saxonville and the defense for shutting out the Panthers. So had to throw
Shout
that
out
in.
Yes, shout out to Josh Allen for breaking the single season record in sacks. That was held by Calais Campbell. Shout out to
Let's
CJ
go,
Beathard
man.
for CJ Beathard didn't throw any touchdowns or interceptions. Sort of sad. But ETN, Travis Etienne, our guy, ran for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Evan Ingram set records. Brandon McManus scored like 12, 15 points. Bryce Young threw an interception, and every time it would be like third down, the stadium would get loud. I'd be like, "Oh, Bryce Young is overrated." And multiple times, I definitely yelled out. I was just like, "Thank you for giving the Bears the first overall pick." So, yeah, it was really scary. One of their D linemen had a
Yes.
head-to-head collision with Beathard. Beathard went out, but he stayed on the ground for like 10 minutes, and that was scary.
Yeah.
it was like a Damar Hamlin situation, but they brought out the cart and not the ambulance. But like, still, haven't heard anything on him. And the which I didn't know until like the game started. The Panthers kicker got injured pregame, so they
Yep.
had no kicker throughout the game, and we're going for fourth down on every single drive. Actually, not every single drive. If they were close, they
Most
had to
drives.
go for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. But Jags won.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not here to talk football though.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're here
Anyway,
to talk baseball.
Yeah, because it is become a nuclear arms race between the NL contenders this year. Obviously, with the Dodgers adding Otani and Yamamoto and Glass now and Margot, the Braves didn't want to be left out of the equation as they go out and acquire Chris Sale from the Boston Red Sox for one Vaughn Grisham. Instant reactions to the Braves after getting rid of Kyle Wright and Mike Soroka. They add in Chris Sale to replace him. Now have Max Fried and Chris Sale along with Charlie Morton.
That rotation is, like you said, Chris Sale, Max Fried, Charlie Morton, Spencer Strider, and Bryce Elder. Wow. That's how I look at it. I was sitting in Disney next to my uncle, who's a Braves fan. I looked at him. I said, "You're a Braves fan, right?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "They just traded for Chris Sale for Vaughn Grissom," and this is a win-win for both sides.
Yep.
However, unless Chris Sale goes back to form, I give the edge to the Red Sox. Because now they have another young piece that they can use to hopefully acquire a young, quality pitcher.
Let's see.
Or if they don't trade Grissom, he 100% will slot in this year as the opening day second baseman. There's no doubt. Emmanuel Valdez is not going to be that guy. Him and Trevor Story, cool. Down the line, possibly him and Marcelo Meyer in that middle infield. Lethal.
Yeah, it's an interesting trade to think about just with the construction of the Red Sox right now because you have Devers, you have Story, who I think will probably move back to the. I thought he was playing outfield for a little bit at some point for some
I don't
reason.
think so.
Maybe that was a weird thing, but yeah, he'll go infield. You could play Story at second, play Story at short, have Grissom play second or short.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Devers at third, and then I don't know who their first.
Tristan Casas.
Casas. Yes, Tristan Casas. Oh my god. So that should
and
be
then
really
Connor
interesting.
Wong as my catcher. Love Connor Wong.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I think I agree because last year was the first time since 2019 that Chris Sale pitched double-digit games. He pitched 100 innings, had a 4.3 ERA. Let's see, gave up 15 home runs, did have 125 strikeouts, but he is a long ways away from his 2017 season where he led the league in innings pitched, strikeouts, and FIP. So, yeah, he had 308 strikeouts in 214 innings in 2017. If the Braves are even getting someone as half or like 3/4 of that, that rotation is going to be nasty and they'll probably win the NL East again. So
they will, and that, yeah. Braves and Dodgers. It's all we talk about these days because they're the only two teams that seem to go out and care to do something. However, the Red Sox doing something, just starting to do something, I think is quite funny. But Vaughn Grissom for Chris Sale is not a deal I was expecting, and the Red Sox are also sending over money to help pay for the contract this year. I think it's like $10 million or $17 million or something like that. So it's a deal. It's a blockbuster, truly. As our boy Bobby Boy Nightingale would say, it's the biggest deal of the offseason yet. And Bob, I just
oh, Bobby Boy.
Oh well, Bobby boy. I I I I can't even. I can't even. But
I can't with you, man.
just Twitter, X, my people over there. Oh, Elon himself. Shoot off less rockets and give Bob Nightingale a blue check mark. Thanks.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out for both sides. But yeah, moving on. More starting pitcher news, especially in the NL Central, as the Reds have added another starter as they sign a former Yankees and A's pitcher Frankie Montas to a 1-year, $16 million deal. I think we were talking about it with MJ in our group chat. It's essentially kind of like a Cody Bellinger deal where
Yes.
if he pops off this year for the Reds,
So
that'll be not only huge for the Reds to going into this season and competing in a probably very weak NL Central, depending on how things turn out. But this will be huge for Montas to get him a massive bag heading into the 2024 offseason.
yes. Because at worst case scenario, Montas can slot in as that 4 in the Reds rotation. Like Martinez is the 5, and then a 1-2-3 of Andrew Abbott, Nick Lodolo, Hunter Green, with Brandon Williamson in there too, and I think Justin Dunn is still there, and they still got a couple other younger arms. So I like it. The Reds needed one more starter, one more veteran sort of proven starter. Yes, he only pitched, I believe, an inning in the third last season. Yes, he got roughed around in 2021, but when he was with the A's, Frankie Montas was very, very good. And truthfully, Yankees pitchers outside of Garrett Cole aren't that, and maybe like Clay Holmes aren't that good. So I like it, and I'm hoping that when he faces the Cardinals and the Cubs, yes, I even mentioned the Cubs, that he pitches batting practice, that he pitches batting practice. But like, I like it. I'm cool with it. I am good with this signing because in my mind, with all the young arms that the Reds have, they aren't going to go on and get another pitcher. They're done. I think their offseason might be done. I think they get maybe a bullpen arm, and they're done.
Because didn't they get Nick Martinez too?
Yes, they got Nick Martinez as their number 5 / swingman, and then they signed Jamer to play third / first. So they're done. A bullpen arm is maybe all they'll do, and they're done. So that's one team in the NL Central that we don't have to worry about, and that's good things.
Hopefully, who knows? They may pull off a trade for Shane Bieber and just screw everything up. But yeah, right now, as it
I
sits,
wouldn't be surprised.
This is from CBS. They have Hunter Green as the 1, Andrew Abbott as the 2. Number 3 is open, so presumably that would be for Montas, and then Lodolo and Ashcraft at 4 and 5.
Oh, they do have Grant Ashcraft still. Yeah.
So yeah, and then you have Martinez as your
Nick Martinez is the
6th starter.
Yep. And then Brendan Williamson would be 7th starter. It's probably the first man up from AAA because he had spots last year where he was good. But he got roughed around. Give him a year in AAA, be the ace. Something that probably Zach Thompson for the Cardinals is going to be doing this year. Start out the year in AAA. The first arm that goes down, he's that first man up. Or, since Reds have a couple options, it could be Nick Martinez first man up, and then a Brendan Williamson. And then they probably have a few more depth arms. So,
yeah,
it's good. I like it.
Yeah, Reds are looking solid. I expect them to be, I think, a little bit more consistent. I think that's the big thing for them because they had, I believe, a slow start. Then they had that hot June and July when they called up Ellie. And then they cooled off in August and September. Specifically, that weird 4-game series at the beginning. I think it was at the end of June or the beginning of July against the Cubs, where the Cubs put up like 20 runs in a game or something. So that was fun to watch. That was the most fun baseball I've watched in a long time. But Yeah.
Okay, Kozan. Whatever you say.
Hey, you would love to see the Cardinals put up 20 runs on the Reds. Don't tell me.
I'd love to see the Cardinals put 20 runs on any team. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So don't even. So
Okay, okay,
uh
okay.
so
Hands in the
but
air. My bad. My bad.
all right. So so yeah, so with that being said, obviously even before Chris Sale was traded to the Braves, the Red Sox had their replacement plan ready. They had to fill their one Sox related pitcher quota. And that's with Mr. Lucas Giolito. They have to have at least one player who,
Yeah,
at least if he
just
didn't
one.
play for the Red Sox, he played for the White Sox before. So they have it now with former White Sox, Angels, and Guardians pitcher Lucas Giolito.
That's all? I feel like there's another team. No, that's right. White
I'll
Sox.
double check, but yeah,
Angels.
like so he gets 2 years,
Guardians. Yeah,
38
that's right.
million. I believe there's a actually Giolito started his career with the Nationals
That's the team
in
I was thinking of.
2016. So
Huh.
my apologies. Let's see. What did he do in 2016?
That's good to know
He
for
pitched he
Immaculate
pitched
Grid.
in he pitched in 6 games for the Nationals in 2016 as a 21-year-old. But anyway, just
I
thoughts.
digress.
We digress.
Uh,
Thoughts on like I don't know. This is just mid. This is just so mid, and I feel so bad for Jack and just the amount of lying this Red Sox front office has done. It's like, oh, we're gonna be competitive. We're gonna. I don't know if they said specifically they were gonna spend money, but they were gonna try and
they
be more
did.
competitive. Okay, they're gonna spend money.
They very much went out and said they were going to. Have you not seen when Jack tweets out? It's lying with like this stuff.
Right.
Like
I
he does
just
it like
couldn't
three
remember
times a week.
if they
Yeah,
had
no.
gone that far and said like they would.
Oh,
So
they wanted Shohei. They wanted Yamamoto. They wanted a lot of guys.
and they didn't get him
But
because the Dodgers are bitches.
eh, yeah, so I was slightly caught off guard, just slightly. I knew the Sox were in the running because, of course, they were. But I thought he was going to the Mets. I really thought with how mediocre the New York Mets rotation is, I thought he was going there 100%. But instead, he went to arguably a more mediocre team in the Boston Red Sox. I don't know why I blanked on what team I'm talking about. Long week, guys. But the Red Sox aren't done, and I think it's ironic that they waited until December/now January to start making moves. But they're just going to replace Chris Sale now with a younger, little worse, maybe a little better lefty in Jordan Montgomery. I just think it's in the
I would say
stars.
Jordan Montgomery, especially what he did with the Rangers, is better than Chris Sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's close.
If they go out and get Montgomery, maybe they'll compete for a wild card spots. But like with the offense is okay.
So loaded.
Yes, that too. The offense is okay. Their bullpen is going to be just fine. Starting pitcher wise, they don't got much. If Giolito can bounce back and just pitch a 4 ERA, like maybe a high 3, that's a serviceable like 3. Maybe a 2 if he's on, but saying the words that Lucas Giolito is the number 2 pitcher, I don't like those words. I don't like those words at all, actually, because he's not. He's mediocre, and I know Jack would agree. If I remember correctly, he was not happy about the signing. But
yeah, no.
That's not the point.
Yeah, and
They
just
needed an arm.
Just to take a look at, he was actually pretty good with the White Sox before he got traded. He had a 6-6 record, a 3.79 ERA, pitched 121 innings, had 131 strikeouts. That was really good.
That's typical.
But when he went to the Angels and the Guardians, 1-5 with the Angels with a 6.89 ERA, gave up 25 earned runs in 32 innings. Then with the Guardians, went 1-4 with a 7.04 ERA in 6 games, gave up 24 earned runs in 30.2 innings.
Yeah.
Like, yeesh. Like, the fact that Giolito made an all-star team is crazy to me. He has had one good year his entire career.
He just got paid.
Yeah, 2018, he gave up the most earned runs in baseball at 118 runs in 173 innings. That's what you're paying for? And someone who gave up the most, tied for the most home runs last year at 41? Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Oh my, I feel bad for Jack. I didn't realize. I knew
He
he hadn't
just
been
tweet.
good for
He
a
just
while. But yeah, go
no.
ahead.
It's bad. He just tweeted something out about putting John Henry on the Epstein list, and I would love to open it right now, but I can't because I don't have my laptop next to me. But I just got the
Hold on.
notification on my phone, and I'm intrigued to see what he said.
Let's see.
Because
It's that,
when I hear the words John Henry, that's just like I know what he's talking about.
yeah, I was just taking a look at it. It says that Liverpool is a serious candidate in the race to sign Kylian Mbappe. It's a soccer thing. I think because I think
I don't
Henry
know.
owns Liverpool as well. So
That makes sense then. Okay, not Red Sox, sadly, but
still.
back on it. But still, John Henry, he sucks. Point blank period. And
Yep.
the Red Sox need to go out and get a front of the line starter, and maybe they'll compete. If they don't get Jordan Montgomery, it's a wash. The Swamp Stadium is already a wash. It's bad. It's tremendously bad. They didn't get anybody that they wanted originally, and now they're settling on Jordan Montgomery and maybe Shota Imanaga. I wouldn't be shocked at this point if he comes over, but
No. Shota Imanaga is for the Cubs. That's all I'm saying.
right. Actually, that's fine. Take him. He's not going to be that good.
He just needs to be solid. That's all. I don't need him to
Okay.
be great.
All right.
I just
All
need him
right.
to be solid.
Okay.
Hey, again, I'd rather have him as the 3, or the. I would hope he wouldn't be the 2, but I'd rather have him be the 3 than Jameson Tyone.
Who's going to be the 2? Because it's
I
not
don't
going
know
to be
yet.
anybody you're thinking. It's not going to be anybody you're thinking about.
It's gonna be Shane Bieber.
No, it's not. Your 2 is Jameson. Your 2 is Jameson Tyone.
Oh, God, let's move on. I don't want to talk about that right now.
I agree.
But anyway, we'll move on to a good signing in this case, which this works twofold, as Mitch Garver goes to the Seattle Mariners. He leaves the Texas Rangers after winning a World Series. Gets 2 years, $24 million. We were talking a little bit about it pre-show. I love the contract. I think 2 years.
It's great.
At $12 million
great.
a season that's a great bargain for a guy who is a fantastic hitter. Yeah, I just really like this. I don't think there's much more to add to that. I'll look up his stats right now if you want to give your thoughts.
He's going to DH for probably like 100 games. He's going to catch maybe 40 games, and he's going to be just fine. He's going to do exactly what Seattle needs, and they needed a offensive-minded bat because they kind of lack. Like, Ty France took a major step back. Julio does it all, but Julio does everything. There's no promises they bring Teo back. Like, they needed a bat. And Mitch Garver, I think, fills a lot of what they needed to do. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
And he stays in the AL, which is great for me.
Yeah, don't have to deal with him in the NL. But yeah, he had a really good season for the Rangers last year. His most home runs since 2019, where he put up 31. He had 19 home runs, 50 RBIs, hit 270. Granted, he did only play 87 games this year, outside of splitting time with Jonah Heim. I think he dealt with some injuries.
Yeah,
this year
he did. That's why they brought in Austin Hedges.
Yeah, and so he played 1 game at first base, 28 as a catcher, 57 as a DH. So in a full season, probably like you said, play 100 games as a DH, probably 30 or so as a catcher.
I'd say like
and then
40 as a catcher. Then have
and
the other
then
20 games
the other
off.
20 he doesn't play. So
Yep. That's great.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they need. That is a role player. And for only $12 million a year, that's for
you could do a
for only
lot. You
$12
could do a
million.
lot worse for someone who's going to be a frontline starter in your lineup and is gonna give you solid offensive production. You could
Garver
pay a
is gonna
lot
rake.
more for that.
Garver's gonna rake, and that's what matters.
So
Moving
all
on.
right, moving on. The Padres, this works twofold as well, as they sign Yuki Matsui, which probably means Josh Hader will probably not be back with the Padres.
He won't.
We'll get into where he's rumored to go later, but I know I'll let you have the floor for this one. I'm not gonna say anything else because I know we talked about this pre-show as well.
It's only upsetting because the Cardinals met with him a week before he signed with the Padres. That's the only reason why this is upsetting to me. And this is we needed a closing pitcher. We still need like a pitcher, like a proven bullpen piece to go in our pen. And Yuki Matsui would have been perfect. He would have done everything plus more that we needed him to do. But now he's with the Padres, and now Josh Hader is going to go somewhere where I don't want him to go, and I'm sad. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just
lefty who's 28 years old had a
he's getting paid $5 million a year. $5 million a year for 5 years. But the Cardinals going to give that money up because we're stingy. We'll give it to Kyle Gibson instead. You know, Kyle Gibson's going to have the greatest bounce back year in the world.
Oh, so much coke.
I'm
so much
so
coke.
oh my! As I tell the Falcons fans in our group chats, Brandon Connor, it's a lot of copium that I'm dealing with. It's a lot of copium that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
So I know he's watching right now. So
yeah,
that one's for you.
but, yeah. So yeah, he had a 1.57 ERA for Rakuten in Japan's professional league.
He's great.
57 innings. Let's see. He had 72 strikeouts, and he had 39 saves in 59 games. And it looks like, did he? Not, It doesn't say on here if he blew any saves or not, but again, it's hard to find a good lefty closer, and especially for as cheap as the Padres are getting him. This is a great signing for the Padres. And again, this is part of their effort to shed payroll. They had to take out that big loan for $50 million or whatever it was to help with payroll.
Yeah.
You trade away Juan Soto, so you don't have to worry about an extension for him. You're not bringing back Blake Snell. You bring in Michael King, who is much cheaper. And now you bring in Yuki Matsui, who's going to be much cheaper than what Josh Hader is potentially going to get because he's asking for Elias Diaz money or Edwin Diaz money.
Elias Diaz.
Oh my God! I know he's the catcher for the Rockies.
Good job. I was making sure you know.
But
it's a whole lot of pain over here. That's
yeah.
The Cardinals are going to be better than the Padres with or without Yuki Matsui on our team. So it is what it is.
We'll see.
And that's not even a bold take. It's true. The Padres are the third team, if not the fourth team in that NL West.
It's a battle of mid between them and the Giants for third.
Yeah,
because the Rockies are the Rockies. They're still
the Rockies just exist.
And then obviously you got the World Series appearance team, and then the Dodgers. So
the kids, come on now.
The kids.
Thank you.
It's God. The NL West is going to be stacked this year. Like again, the Giants and Padres are probably going to be mid, but it's a lot better than some other divisions in baseball where it's like the AL Central has. I think all the AL Central teams are mid. There's not one standout team from the AL Central, especially with what's happened this offseason.
Yeah. And then the NL East has the Braves and the Phillies fighting it out because it can go either way between them. If we haven't learned in the past 2 years, they're 1A,
Yeah.
1B. And then Miami will be sneaky because Skip Schumacher is their manager, and he's great. And then the Nationals,
Still rebuilding, but they had a solid year overall, all things considered.
Mackenzie Gore and CJ Abrams are doing wonders for them. Lane Thomas is like the face of their franchise. Stone Garrett's there, and Stone Garrett's a G. I love Stone Garrett.
Joey Meneses has got a lot of power in that bat.
Yep. What's his name?
It's just a good team, the Nationals. And then even the Mets, they still got Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor. They brought in a couple of guys in the Brewers.
Kodai Senga.
Francisco Alvarez behind the dish. DJ Stewart.
DJ Stewart is not going to be that good. Last year was a fluke.
I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star, but at least he's a solid player.
He's a name.
He's a solid. Jeff McNeil. Still got Brandon Nimmo. So some solid guys out there with the Mets. You could do a lot worse than what the Mets have right now.
Yeah, but they're still going to suck.
Yeah, because they're still paying Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander to not play for them. So
correct.
Anyway, we got a couple more signings before we take our first break. First off, we have the Blue Jays. They suck. Because this potentially, both of these moves, take them out of the Cody Bellinger sweepstakes. They re-signed Kevin Kiermaier to play center field. And then last week, I made a tweet that I didn't even realize until, even though you told me, Cy, that
I told you then, I told you now, but you can continue.
Yeah, last week was the 1-year anniversary of when the Blue Jays made when the Blue Jays made the trade for Dalton Varsho and gave away Gabriel Moreno and Lourdes Gurriel. I said that Dalton Varsho was basically a left-handed IKF, and now the Blue Jays have the real IKF on their team as well. So they got 2 IKFs. And again, these guys are great defenders. I was more just making fun of Varsho for being for what they gave up, considering the Diamondbacks have a franchise catcher and a very, very solid left fielder in Gurriel. Like it was just funny. But now the fact they have both of them and they keep Kiermaier, their defense is going to be good. And I like this for a simple fact that it allowed Bo Bichette maybe to play a little bit more DH, and their middle infield defense will improve. I like it for that outside of my own Cubs bias. But yeah, I think, God, the Blue Jays, you gotta yes, the Cubs haven't done anything, but would you rather be do nothing where you don't know where you still have chances for people, or you had chances on Ohtani, Soto, and Bellinger, and you end up with Kiermaier and IKF?
I don't even know. Because I'm still thinking about the $40 million that Craig Counsell has. And then the minor league deals they signed with 3 random guys for the Cubs. But I mean,
that's true.
Kiermaier and IKF are the role players. They're going to do what they need to do to help the team. And yeah, it's not the star talent that the Blue Jays want, that they could have had. Shohei. But whatever. The Blue Jays aren't winning the AL East anyways. It's the Yankees' division to lose.
Yeah,
and the Rays still exist.
The Rays still exist.
And there's Baltimore. Actually, it's the Baltimore's division to lose. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I'm a Baltimore homer. I need to say that.
You could have. There's a world where 4 teams from the AL East make the playoffs. Baltimore and I would say Baltimore and New York are going to battle out for the division crown, and then whichever team doesn't win plus the Rays and the Blue Jays. Like, I gotta feel bad for the Red Sox. I'm sure the Red Sox would love to play in the AL Central. I think they could wipe the floor with almost any team in that division.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's not saying much.
No, it's not. But again, I just feel bad for the Red Sox. But
because the Red Sox are arguably the same level as like the Tigers and maybe the Guardians. So, yeah.
Yeah, but at least they would have a chance to win a division instead of finishing 4th or 5th.
True.
So,
Playoffs
one last
is better than no
signing.
playoffs.
That's true. One last signing and a retirement we have to get to. First of all, Martin Maldonado. He signs with the White Sox. The White Sox are just stacking catchers at this point. They have Max Stassi from the trade they did with the Braves, the second trade they did with the Braves. And then obviously they got Corey Lee from the Kendall Graveman trade last year. Now they bring in Maldonado. I have a feeling that Corey Lee will probably start off in AAA, would be my guess. And then at some point, maybe like Maldonado or Stassi gets DFA'd and they bring up Corey Lee. So again, I think
That's
it's just
what
as
makes
good.
the most sense.
I think it's just as good for Lee to have someone he's familiar with in Maldonado. Great defensive catcher, cannot swing the bat worth a lick. Overall, again, it's a 1-year deal for a veteran guy that's just going to probably be there for a few months. So I'm okay with it.
Same. I got never input on it. Yeah. Is he gonna make Tuki Toussaint good or something? Like I don't know.
Exactly.
It's so inconvenient.
It's so inconvenient. How is it inconvenient?
Because I just don't care about the signing. Therefore, it's inconvenient.
Oh my god!
Sorry, White Sox fans. I don't care about your team. You are inconvenient to me. You're taking up the unnecessary space in my brain. I don't care that Paul DeJong and Tuki Toussaint are your team, and Luis Robert and Eloy Jimenez and future Cardinal Dylan Cease. Actually, I care about future Cardinal Dylan Cease. But your front office is stupid. Actually, no. Your front office is kind of stupid. Chris Getz is going to hopefully right the ship. It's just going to take 15 years because, yeah. You're just like you are the Cubs' little brother for a reason. You are just like them. You saw what they did, and now you're going to do the same thing. Have fun waiting 100 years and giving a whole lot of mid for a whole lot of years just to waste people's talent.
Wow.
Therefore, I don't care. Therefore, I don't care about Martin Maldonado signing with you. I don't care about whoever is on your fraudulent team. Ask me to name 5 players. I probably can't unless we name the new people that I just heard coming in my ears. Like, I don't. Who's on your team? Who's going to come to? Who's going to a White Sox game? Are you going to try giving out free tickets again and still not sell at your stadium? Probably. Are you going to try to sell out a Wednesday afternoon matinee game that the 4th graders are going to? You're not going to. Your team is so fraudulent. For what?
Oh my!
Go to Nashville. Get out of Chicago. Let it be the Cubs City. Let a different team come into Chicago because the White Sox aren't doing it. You're called the South Side for what? What is the South Side doing? Nothing.
Oh my god! I was not expecting a Cy White Sox rant today.
Neither was I. It just kind of happened.
Oh my god. Anyway.
You know what else the White Sox need?
What?
They need good home insurance. Run the ad.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
What a segue from an amazing rant.
Thank you.
No problem. We do have that retirement to get to. One of the best defensive shortstops of all time, Andrelton Simmons, has officially retired from the game. I was having a hard time finding his defensive WAR, but I think at one point he had a WAR of like 5.4 during a season, which is I think was the best defensive WAR season of all time. Just to give you an idea, he played, at least this is from Baseball Savant, this is at least when they've been able to do it. He has had seasons with an outs above average of 20 in 2017 and 16. He had 19 in 2019, 14. Easily one of the best defensive shortstops of all time. Really couldn't do much offensively, but when he was that good defensively, there wasn't a ton of guys better than Andrelton Simmons. Played with 3 teams during his career, that being the Angels, the Twins, 4 teams: the Braves, Angels, Twins, before playing his last MLB game in 2022 with the Chicago Cubs. So if you're doing a immaculate grid anytime soon and you need a Cubs player that's not thought of too often, Andrelton Simmons will probably come up. So shout out to Andrelton Simmons for a fantastic MLB career. All right.
Yeah, no, I had some Angels cards of him, so he was good. He was great. You hit that spot on, but
I just wanted to look up when his last game was. Yeah, his last game in baseball was July 10th against Dodgers in a 11-9 loss. He went 0 for 3. He had a walk. Shout out to him for that, I guess. Cool. Anyway, on to the real time.
That's probably why he retired. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe because he couldn't do it no more.
Probably not.
Yes, rumor mill time. Because I don't even remember what's rumor. That's a word. Rumor. I don't know.
George is making noises at this point.
Yes.
All right. Well, since we talked about Yuki Matsui, we'll talk about the now probably former closer for the San Diego Padres and Milwaukee Brewers, and that's Josh Hader. A report came out that the Dodgers, Yankees, and Rangers are all in to get Josh Hader. Like, I said it in basically all caps in our group chat that I was just like, just go to the Rangers. Don't go to the Dodgers or the Yankees. Like, if I had to rank teams I wanted him to go to, Rangers, Yankees, or Dodgers. I don't know why I almost said Padres.
Yeah, going back.
Like, no, I cannot handle the Dodgers basically getting the 3 best free agent pitchers this year. It's not fair.
Yeah, I would like to see the Leclerc, Hader 8th, 9th inning duo. That would be great. I would love that, actually. And I feel like Hader would actually look okay in a Rangers uniform, too. That's the other thing you got to think of. Will they look good in the uniform? Because that makes a lot of sense with sometimes how I be predicting free agents. I'm like, okay, are they going to look at their uniform? Yes, no. Hader will look good in a Rangers uniform. Hader would not look good in a Yankees uniform because his long hair would have to go. He would have to have a buzz cut. He'd have to have a clean-shaven face because the Yankees are stupid and they won't let players have body freedom. It makes them wear numbers like 87 because they don't have any other numbers to give you, so you have to wear a random number. And then there's LA. And I don't even want to talk about that because, as I've said, after article after article that I've had to write at the fucking Dodgers, the rich just get richer, and if they get any more richer, I'm gonna be broke, and I don't want to be broke.
Yeah, you and got people who are going to go to Dodgers games in 2024 are going to be broke, even more broke, if they sign Josh Hader. They're going to be charging like $20 for a hot dog and like $30
For a
for
Dodger
beer.
dog, actually,
It's a
make it right.
freaking hot dog. Chillax, Dodger fans.
It is a freaking hot dog, but they want to call it a Dodger dog, and screw the Dodgers. I don't like them, and that's why I'm holding the lightsaber.
Am I getting like Florida man sigh right now? Is that what's going on?
Yes, you are. Actually, hold on. It's all adding up now. This is Florida man side. This is right. Even though I'm in New Year, New Me? No, just Florida man.
Just Florida. We'll just say Florida man side. We'll
Oh my god! I should have put my name as Florida man side. Now I'm mad. now I'm angry. The name of the show could have been Florida man side. Oh well.
Oh,
but yes, God. This is. Just wait until we get to the big segment. I'm gonna make some takes. I want to make some takes for our list.
Yep, we'll get to that. We'll try and run through the rest of these rumors really quickly. We'll start with the Brewers one just so I can have a little time for mine because I'm excited.
Yes.
The Brewers are reportedly trying to stay competitive for 2024. Robert Murray said that they're trying to stay competitive, which makes trades of, I think it was Peralta, Burns, and Adames very, very unlikely to happen. Why? What are you going to get out of being competitive with no Brandon Woodruff and Corbin Burns and Freddie Peralta carrying the rotation again without Craig Counsell? Like, what's the point? I don't get it. Like, and who knows? Maybe Churio will be their savior. He'll come up this year and he'll save the team. But I just don't see a point to staying competitive. You traded away Marcana, and not like he was a major piece, but if you wanted to keep him to be competitive, then don't trade him. You traded away Adrian Hauser and Tyrone Taylor, solid contributors. If you're staying competitive, why are you trading pieces on the fringes? Ugh, Brewers are stupid. I'm okay with you being stupid.
You signed Joe Ross thinking that he's going to be the next Sandy Koufax or something. Like, you brought in Wade Miley, which is probably the only good sign that they've made because Wade Miley and the Brewers are like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. Or they're like pineapple on pizza. They go together. So, screw the Brewers. That's why they're going to finish 4th place in the division.
I'm assuming your predictions would be Cardinals, Reds, Cubs, Brewers, Pirates. Is that what I'm assuming your prediction would be? As it stands right now. Yeah. I kind of figured.
When the Cubs make moves, they get flipped to second.
Yep, that's fair. We'll see when they do. And that's actually a perfect. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. This is no. Segue.
I was going to say, this is a perfect segue into the last big rumor. And that was from John Heyman. He said on Thursday on BR Walkoff that the Cubs are the front runners to re-sign Cody Bellinger. Yes. And more yes.
For your sake, yes, so you can stop complaining about it.
Right. I'm just sick and tired of complaining about Jed Hoyer snoozing from November 7th till now. Because I know he signed Counsell on the 6th, but I give him the date because he did it on the 6th. He has been asleep. He has been snoozed this entire time since then. Just do it. Again, $25 million a year is my absolute max for Bellinger. I'm not going any higher than that. Again, 20 to 22 would be a good sweet spot, but I'm okay with 25 a year for 7 years. Opt out after 3 or 4. I'm good with it. I don't know if MVP Belly is back, but good Belly is back. I will put it that much on it. And again, he fills a ton of needs. Plays first base, Gold Glove center field, nearly Gold Glove first base. I would say he's that good at first base. Left-handed power bat, hits for high average, and just a fantastic season last year. If Ricketts and Hoyer, you're serious about winning, and that last year was not good enough to just miss out on the playoffs, then not re-signing Bellinger makes that all a bunch of bullshit. And Cubs convention is ruined. All that kind of stuff. So, and I agree. I'm tired of complaining about the Cubs not signing anybody and not re-signing Cody Bellinger, not signing Rhys Hoskins, and not signing Shota Imanaga, not trading for Shane Bieber and Josh Naylor.
I still think Rhys Hoskins is probably going to happen.
I'm just tired of waiting. I don't want to wait till like the day before like spring training starts for like Bellinger and Hoskins and Imanaga to show up. Like, just Scott Boras, get your head out of your ass and just sign the contract, please. Ugh. Okay. Let's move on to something fun. Let's move on to something fun.
He said, okay.
I'm just so done. I'm done with it. Shout out to our guy Braden Conrad for giving us this suggestion to do this. I think it's a great idea. We both think it's a great idea. We are gonna do a little bit of a tier list. We're gonna start with first base. We have bad, below average, good, all-star, and elite.
I'm setting up for this.
Oh, you're getting serious now. Okay.
I'm setting up for this.
So let's go ahead and run through this. First off, currently we'll say Anthony Rizzo of the New York Yankees. Where do you think you would put him? I have an idea where I would put him, but where are you thinking?
Run through the tier list again from bottom to top.
Bad, below average, average, good, all-star, elite.
I would put him in good.
Okay. I was
I would put
actually
him in
thinking
good.
average, but I would agree with good.
He still gets on base at a decent clip. Still has an all right glove. The concussion issue messed with him, and he has been on the decline since 2020. But he's still all right. He still has in the tank. If he has another average season, then yeah, he goes down the average. But benefit, I'm giving guys who have kind of been plagued with injuries this year, I get the benefit of the doubt too. Therefore, Anthony Rizzo, good.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay. I believe is that Taylor Ward? Can't really tell. I'm not. Angels first base. I honestly don't know what Taylor Ward looks
That's
like. Hold
probably Noah Shondell. Because also Taylor Ward doesn't play first base.
Okay. So that
Okay.
So that is probably Noah Shanuel.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie with no pop average.
Yeah. He'll be a
Make-
good contact guy. He'll develop into a better fielder at some point as well.
He needs a full season, and he doesn't. He
He
hasn't had a full
needs to eat
season yet.
he needs to eat some steaks and fatten up those muscles a little bit.
He needs to eat his Wheaties. What are you talking about?
He needs to get big.
Yes.
That's all he needs
Get
to
big. Hit the gym,
do.
kid.
Why am I forgetting who the Rangers first baseman is?
The Rangers' first baseman is Nate Lowe, and Nate Lowe is an all-star.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Slight decline to his 2022 season, but he's still got a Gold Glove caliber glove. He still gets on base. Gets on base at a good clip as well. A little bit of pop in that bat. He's all around. He's a guy who you would want at first, and he was a vital role into why the Rangers were actually good this year and why they won the World Series.
Yeah, it was fantastic. You can never have too many power guys, especially from the left-handed side. I think it's just solid player all around. So I would agree with that. All right, now we got Joey Meneses. I think he's on the same level as Nolan Shanuel. I think he's an average guy. He's got some good pop. The average isn't there. I don't know how good he is defensively, really. But again, I think when he's that good of a hitter, at least with the pop, I think he's at least average. Maybe throw him in below average right now.
Leave him in average for now. He might go down to below average because he is more of a DH. He does not have a glove to save his life. We can keep him in average for now. At the end, we'll run through them all and make changes. But he will possibly go down to below average.
Yep. Okay, next we have Chris Bryant. Average. I was even going to put him in below average just because of his health issues.
Let's put him in below average. No, he has not been consistent.
If he had been healthy and the numbers he's been putting up when he's played, absolutely he's average. He would be an average first baseman. And maybe he'll play better with not having to play third base or the outfield in Coors anymore. Mm-hmm. So maybe he'll move up to average or good for next year. But yeah, just with all the health issues and the limited production he has been able to do, I think below average is fine. It hurts my soul. That hurts my soul. I was one of the biggest Chris Bryant stans from 2015. So that hurts. Space. Let's see who we got next. Is that Edward Julian or is that Alex Kirilloff? I can't even tell.
Kirilloff.
Okay.
Kirilloff is good. Yeah, that sounds right.
Let's see. Let's look up.
It's Kirilloff or it's Trevor Warnick. I could be either or, but he's good. He's got a bat. He can hit the ball. Glove isn't terrible.
Yep, that's Kirilloff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Kirilloff was good.
Yeah. Yep. He did not do anything in the postseason. He did not get a single hit during the postseason, but at least during the regular season, hit 270, 11 home runs, 41 RBIs, a 793 OPS. Not bad. I think he probably makes up for a little bit with his glove, a little bit, I would say. Mm-hmm. But I think he's solid. He's solid. He's good.
Can play the corner outfield in a pinch. So at first, where you don't need to have the greatest glove. Yeah, good.
Yep. Garrett Cooper, I would say, I think he's above Shanuel and Meneses. I'll put him in good. No,
he's average at best. He did not put up a good year with San Diego. You can look up his stats real quick because I can't, but he's not that good. It's not that good.
Yeah,
I give him average. He's middle of the pack. But
251, 17 home runs, 61 RBIs. Yeah, that's definitely an average year. That's not a good year.
That's not special. And the glove's not special either.
No. Okay. No question about this. Freddie Freeman, elite.
Yep.
Probably the best first baseman in baseball right now.
Yep.
Was third in MVP voting. Good defense.
Yep.
Doubles machine.
Double king.
Yeah.
Cute kid. Like, he does it all.
Yep. All right. And then Ryan Mountcastle, I would say is good. I don't think he's an all-star yet. But I think
he's not an all-star yet. He's not an all-star yet, but he's on the verge. I'd put him at the front end of good, honestly. If you even want to order the tiers, he's on the front end of the good. He's on the cusp. So I agree.
And I would say,
the Camden Yards being moved back, they're like left field wall being moved back hurts him a lot as a right-handed hitter, but his pop is legit. It's good. And he doesn't have a terrible glove either. I'm also a biased kind of Orioles fan. So, yeah, he's good. I agree.
Yeah, he had a really solid season last year. I'm expecting a lot of big things for Ryan Mountcastle. And, looks like we're on to our guy. We just talked about him, Mr. Ty France. I would put him at the top of average.
Yes. He was good. This has been his first bad season. So you gotta dock him for it. Yes, I know I said, I'll give people benefit of the doubt. This one though was such a drastic drop off. So average.
Okay,
I
I
don't-
can't
I
tell
don't- I
who
don't-
this is, but let's see. I think that's is
That is Dominic Smith, and he is bad.
yeah. Does he play for the Nationals as well, if I remember
He
correctly?
played for the Nationals. Now he's a free agent.
Okay, yeah. Not much to say about him. And that's not John Birdie, is it? For the Marlins? I know that's not Jake Berger. That's not Josh Bell.
I would hope that's not Josh Bell.
Oh my god.
I'm
All right, well-
looking. Skip for now. We need
Yeah.
someone to help us out with that.
All right. I believe
Yandy Diaz is elite.
He's elite? Okay.
Yandy Diaz is elite. Yes, he is not a stereotypical power hitter, but he has a pure bat. He is gap to gap. He was an all-star this year. He started the all-star game for a reason. I think he won the batting title, or he won like a Silver Slugger at first base. Yes, first basemen don't typically hit first and second. Don't get me wrong. But Yandy Diaz has developed into a very, very good gap-to-gap guy and still has a little bit of power that he can put a ball over the fence. And the glove is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Therefore, he is at the back end of elite. People will argue that he's an all-star. People argue that this season is a bit of a jump for him, but he did something. He had a similar season last year, and in my eyes, in my opinion, he should be elite because he is. Because there's like five guys roughly that you can consider elite.
Okay.
If you want to be more, if you want to be more specific about it, Yandy Diaz can drop down to all-star level, but he's at the back end of elite.
Yeah. So he did win the batting title, hit 330, 78 RBIs, a 410
Case in-
on base,
Case in point.
522 slugging,
Case in
5.2
point.
WAR. Let's see, how many home runs did he have? He had 22 home runs, a career high. So as long as you get 20 to 25 homers from Diaz with the average on base, I don't know if he'll put up 410 on base again, but if he can hover around like 380 or 390 for the rest of his career,
Exactly.
he will stay elite
Exactly.
for a long, long time.
That's my point. Case in point.
Yep. And then
Carlos Santana is below average.
okay, I would put him at the top of below average just
That's
because
fair.
his availability. Again, just
He's old.
a journeyman
he's just,
first baseman.
Yep. He's
DH.
getting up there. He's getting up there in age. So
All right.
not as nimble and all that good stuff. Who that?
I believe that's G-Man Choi.
Bad.
Yeah, he was not good since he's left Pittsburgh.
And he doesn't.
Tampa Bay.
He does need an explanation.
So it's what
I
happened
still
with
don't.
G-Man Choi?
I still don't know who this Marlins guy is, and it's making me mad.
All right, hold on. What's up?
I don't know.
Let's see. Let's pull
Is
it
it-
up here.
It shouldn't because it's not Garrett Cooper, and it's not.
Let's see. No,
Is it?
it's not. It's
I don't
not
think-
John Birdie.
Is it?
It's not. Who is that?
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I have no idea who that guy is.
Whatever. That's not important.
All right, we got Goldie.
I feel. You already know what I'm going to say.
After the season he had this year, I would still put him in elite. He's right now at the bottom part of elite. I think
I
obviously
agree.
Andy Diaz had
He-
a much better season, but Goldie's still good. He's still
He
good
was an
grade.
MVP. He was an MVP last year.
Yep.
Yes, this season was down for him, but this season was down for a lot of people on the Cardinals, not just Goldie. And that's because the team overall was weaker than it should have been. And even Goldie even come out and he's tweaking his swing this offseason because he was doing something wrong last year that it affected what he usually does. Yeah, he's showing his age, but he's still elite. If he does it again next season, yeah, he should be docked down to All-Star. But Paul Goldschmidt is still elite.
I would agree. I'm just going to get the three Cubs guys out of the way because these are going to be really, really quick and easy.
Okay,
Trey
go for it.
Mancini, below average. Eric Hosmer, bad. Matt Mervis, bad.
Mancini below average?
Yeah, he had some solid moments with the Cubs last year. There was a reason he stuck around for as long as he did. I mean, yes,
but they
obviously
all-
first base wasn't a great position for the Cubs last year, but Mancini was at least somewhat productive. Like Eric Hosmer, why? Just no, he did nothing with the Cubs from what I remember. And Matt Mervis, he's a young guy. He's still trying to develop. So, but he was not good when he was up here with the Cubs. So, yeah.
I agree. I would have maybe flipped Mancini and Mervis because Mervis is on the team and the other two aren't. But I'm cool with what you got. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, at least I will flip it just because we're heading into we're in 2024. Obviously, these two guys are in the downward part of their career. He's on the upswing, so I'll put it again. He wasn't very good, but I think he is better than Hosmer and Mancini. So, okay, and I believe this is Ryan O'Hearn.
Yes, and Ryan O'Hearn is average.
Okay, I'll put him ahead of Shanuel, but behind France.
O'Hearn, because this season is the first season in a long time that he's reinvented himself. He went from being below average to bad to average. The bat plays. He fits really well into the Orioles lineup, but he's not an everyday guy, which means if you're not an everyday guy, you cannot go higher than average. He plays his role perfectly well. He can play the corner outfield spots. He can play first base, all of them decently well. He's an athlete, but he's a platoon guy at the end of the day. And platoon guys, in my opinion, should not go higher than average.
I would agree.
So there we go.
And then we have he's not a kid anymore, but he's still a very good player, Mr. Christian Walker. I'm going to have to. Yep, but I'll put him bottom part of All-Star for now.
All-Star. Because this season kind of cemented himself as that all-star caliber. The defense is above average, gold glove-ish level. I think he's had the highest average and the highest home run counter than he's had this year. OPS was good, slugging was good. He was very, very good.
Yep, he had. This is a fantastic season. It's
I'm telling you, that's why all-star level.
Third highest average of his career, 33 home runs, 103 RBIs, almost 500 slugging, a 123 OPS plus. The most total bases in his career when you add in the 62 walks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did strike out 127 times, but he had over 600 plate appearances, so it's not too bad. Damn, I did not realize how good of a season Christian Walker had this season.
I'm telling you. Last year he was in that good category on the verge All-Star. Actually, this year he's an All-Star level first baseman.
Honestly, just based on this season alone, I'm gonna flip this.
I'm just fine with me.
I think Walker's knocking on the door of elite. If he can put up another season like this,
I agree.
Like maybe if he hits 270 instead of 258. Yeah, I think you could easily put him in elite next year.
Yep.
So,
I'm with you.
A guy who used to be elite, who is now, I would say, probably average now, in Jose Abreu.
I agree with that.
He had a really rough regular season. Turned it on a little bit in the playoffs, especially against the Twins. But he is not the same guy he was when. I can't believe he joined the White Sox. I think it was 2014 or something.
Yeah.
So he's been in the league. This will be his 10th season in the major leagues. Obviously, spent a ton of time playing Cuban baseball. So, yeah, still solid offensively. Probably going to move to he would move to a DH if Yordan Alvarez didn't exist.
Yep. And he has the pop in his bat's gone. That's what affected him so much.
Yep. All right, moving on to a legend, but is currently not on a team anymore, which sucks. He'll probably, more likely than not, retire. If not, maybe he'll go to the Blue Jays as well. Price Brandon Belt. That's Mr. Joey Votto. I will put him
Votto's below average.
I'll put him ahead of Matt Mervis. I'll put him ahead of Chris Bryant as well. Again, just availability. That's really what's going to hold Chris Bryant back a lot for the rest of these guys. But yeah, Joey Votto was solid. He was obviously the pop in his bat is really just gone at this point. not as good of a defender as he used to be, but I think he could be a very good platoon backup first baseman / DH for a team that needs him left-handed that had a little bit of power. I think that'll work well. I don't know who this other Yankees guy is, but since we already ranked Anthony Rizzo, I'm not going to worry about him. Then we got Vlad Jr.
Is that Gray Bird? That can't be.
Maybe.
DJ?
No, it wouldn't be
No.
DJ because he'd be second base.
Yeah, but DJ does everything.
So
Whatever, it's not important.
yeah, we already ranked Rizzo, so it's not like we were missing anybody big right now. So Vlad Guerrero Jr., I'm going to put him at the end of All-Star. Yes, he had a down season comparatively, but guys would still love to have a season that Vlad Jr. had last year.
If he turns it back on, he will go back in that elite category because he can be elite, but when he's down, he's all-star level. So
26 home runs, 264 average, 94 RBIs, 117 OPS plus, 345 on base, 444 slugging. Just a very, very good season. Not as good as he has been, but still very, very good. And I believe, let's see, we already did, who was the first baseman for the Brewers? Who is this? Am I a filthy casual?
I think you might be a filthy casual. But even then, I'm feeling like a filthy casual. I should know these names. That is 100% Luke Voigt.
Yeah, that is.
And Luke Voigt is bad.
Yeah, I don't even know how he did this year. He had 4 RBI. He played in 22 games. Yeah.
Luke Voigt bad.
Just very end of bad.
Yep. Luke Voigt bad.
Let's
Brandon
see.
Belt.
Oh, that is Brandon Belt. Oh my god. Yeah, I put it at the top of average.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's CJ Crone. I know that for a fact. Average.
Well, I'm thinking below average. He was not great last year.
Yeah, let's see.
He's on a very downward spiral.
Yeah, let's see. How did he do with the Angels?
That's why I'm putting him in below average. It was bad.
Oh, yeah, 200, 1 home run. He wasn't even that good with the Rockies.
Yep.
He had 11 home runs, 32 RBIs in 56 games. Yeah, well beyond his All-Star appearance from 2022.
Yep.
So I would agree. And then we got Jeimer Candelario.
Good.
At the end of good.
Yep.
Had a really hot stretch with the Cubs when he first got traded, but kind of cooled down once the back kind of flared up. But I think he's still really, really good player.
Andrew Vaughn is average.
All right, let's see. Andrew Vaughn.
He is the White Sox guy. Perfect.
Yep.
Right there. He is average.
Yep, perfectly average.
There's a whole lot of mid with Andrew Vaughn. That's okay. Bryce Harper, elite. That's easy.
Oh, yeah, easy. I'll put him at number 2 just because I think Freddie Freeman's a much better defensive first baseman. But, yeah, okay. And then we got Josh Naylor. I think he put up basically an all-star season this year. Maybe top end of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put top end.
I don't think of Josh Naylor and Vladimir Guerrero in the same category.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I see that. And then let's see
Who else do we have?
Oh, that's Matt Olson, elite.
That's elite. He can go in that. Yeah.
2 or 3. It's interchangeable between him and Bryce, honestly. And then I think wait.
Another inch.
That
might be Noah Sean, though. I think that's Noah Sean. I think that guy's Noah Sean. So replace him with the bearded guy. I don't know who the bearded guy is. I feel like a filthy casual right now. Why do I not know these people?
All right, and then we'll go with Josh Bell.
Josh Bell is, I would say, good.
I'll put him ahead of Candelario just because of what he did with the Marlins. Yep. But yeah, it's still towards the end of good just because of how bad he was with the Guardians.
Lamont Wade is there.
That's who that is.
Lamont Wade is average, if not below. Actually, average because he's a platoon guy.
Yeah, I'll put him behind Abreu.
And then if Wilmer Flores is in there, which
And
he
then-
is, Pete Alonso's all-star. Pete Alonso is not elite. I don't even want to hear it. Pete
Yeah, I'll
Alonso
put
is
him
an
at the
all-star.
top of All-Star. I think he's
If
right there.
if Giraffe Neck Mark, a biased Mets fan, we would say Pete Alonso is all-star, then Pete Alonso is all-star.
Yep.
Anyways,
And then we got Rowdy
Rowdy-
Tellez.
below average.
Yep. And I'll put him ahead of Santana just because maybe I guess, but yeah,
Rowdy Tellez is on here twice. Interesting.
for some reason. So let's move him there. And then we got I believe that's Spencer Torkelson.
Torkelson,
End of good, top of average.
we're like middle. We'll say middle of the pack of good, even though pardon me because of the season he had. I really want to say that he's all-star. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can look at the numbers. But he did great.
I need another season of him doing that. That's
So
all
then
I'll
let's
say.
put him at good. Let's put him at good.
Yeah, put him in the middle of good
I-
between Rizzo and
I'm
Kirilloff.
I'm cool with that.
All right, then we got. I think that Dylan Moore for the Mariners.
Who are these subpar people that I don't care about?
All right, and then we
I
got.
don't know who that is. That is
Yeah.
Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores is average.
Yep, I'll put him.
Put him right by Lamont
next.
Wade.
Yep, and then let's go to Tristan Casas. Let's just put that
Good.
right
Yeah.
next to Josh Naylor.
Reese Hoskins is there.
That's Reese
Hoskins.
Hoskins. I thought he
Yes,
had a
that's
beard
Reese.
or something. Oh my god.
No, he does not. Reese Hoskins is good.
I'll put him. Yeah.
Reese
yeah,
Hoskins is good.
I'll put him ahead of Rizzo behind Mountcastle, just because with the
Sure.
injury, don't know how good he's going to be this year.
Ryan Noda had a very weird season. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm torn on either high end average or back end good.
Let's see
But because
here.
he's an A and he can't be trusted, and he was a rookie, high end average, even though his walk rate was amazing,
All right,
like
I'll
best walk
put-
rate ever.
I'll put this. Yeah, I'll put Vaughn. Put Vaughn here. We'll have Brandon Belt at the top of average.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna move
That
it over
Royal, I think, is
there. That Vinny
that can't
or
be
no?
Vinny. That looks like Matt Beatty and not Beatty. Not gonna lie.
Nope, that's Vinny.
That's Vinny.
That's Vinny.
Vinny's good.
Yeah, I'll put him at the end.
Back
of good.
end, back into good. He's good. Now these folks, I don't know who they are. That looks like
All right.
Who are these people?
All right, that is not Greg Bird with the Yankees, so that might be DJ LeMahieu. I think you were right.
That does not look like DJ. I'm
No,
trying to,
that's not
like,
DJ LeMahieu either.
Who is these other first basemen?
I think one of them is like not Yuli Gurriel.
That's Yuli Gurriel, and Yuli Gurriel is bad.
Yeah, I'll just put him. I'll put ahead of. I think he's probably top end of bad. Just
Yuli
with his history.
Gurriel has fallen off a cliff tremendously. I know who the bearded guy is. The bearded guy is Jared Walsh, and Jared Walsh is bad.
Oh, that is Jared Walsh. Okay, that was the other.
No,
Angels
he's back.
guy.
He's back end bad. He's back end.
Oh,
bad.
really?
He got DFA'd. He's not
Okay.
good.
I'll put him ahead
Yep,
of Hosmer.
yep.
But
Yep.
Again, we have Rowdy Tellez twice for some reason. I don't know who this Marlins guy is.
Oh my
I
God,
think-
that's Garrett. Hold on. We messed up.
How do we mess
The
up?
Marlins guy is Garrett Cooper.
Who's
The Padres guy is Jake Cronenworth, and Jake
Jake
Cronenworth
Cronenworth.
is average.
Okay, so he's already an average. So, but we'll move him.
But
up.
high. He's higher up. And why he's average? Because he's a better as a utility guy. When you lock him down at first base, loses value.
Oh my God, I can't believe he.
Look. See, I have to just look at their faces, and I know who these people are.
But I don't know who this Yankee or Mariner guy is.
The Mariner is. Who is that?
That's not Suarez, is it?
No, Suarez has curlier hair.
Let's see if I can. Let's see.
And
Let
I
me look at
cannot
their
put a face.
roster.
I cannot put a name on this Yankee guy. I don't know who it is.
All
I
right.
don't
I want to
remember
look up.
who.
It's not Ty, not
So I don't
Sam.
remember. I don't remember who was at first base for the Yankees when Rizzo was out. Because there was a lot of DJ. I know. I don't know. These people aren't important to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't place those last two. And I looked up the
Okay.
Mariners roster and like everything, so I cannot place these guys.
Okay, so there we go. This is our list. We should post this on our
Yeah,
socials.
we'll take a picture of it in a second.
Woo!
But
Thanks, bud.
yeah,
I like the list.
That was fun.
I think that's good. I like how it's like very clear. There's a lot of things to go through. Right? I think some of the good people could go up. A couple of those good guys could go up. A couple of the good players could go down. So average players could go up. Stuff like that. But I think the list is pretty good.
yeah, and I like how we kind of also ordered it in the actual tier itself. I think it
Something
makes it
like
a lot.
an order.
Yeah,
like an
I mean, like, I'm not super concerned with like the average guys, but like the good, like
Yeah.
I would agree, Naylor and Casas and Mountcastle, and if Rhys Hoskins is healthy, I think they're on the edge of being an all-star. But then like
Yeah.
Bell, Candelario, and Pasquantino, they're just into the good tier. So
Yeah.
and then Alonso and Walker, and I would even say Vlad. All four of these guys in All-Star are on the edge of being elite. I think they're maybe Low is like the lowest considering what he did last year, him and Vlad. But again, I think they're all like really close.
I like it though. I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right. Before we go, we have one more fantastic act to show you, and of course, it's our friend, Mr. Card Guy. That was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed myself with that one. That was fun. Again, thank you to Braden for suggesting the tier list. That's going to do it. Go for it.
We're definitely going to go through this all starting 9, maybe even a pitcher list. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
I think next week we got to hit the catchers, in my opinion.
We'll go back, and then probably the week after we'll go to second base and just kind of keep going through in order until. Yeah, I would think maybe like starter and maybe closer, I think would probably be the best way to go, because I'm not trying to go through like a bunch of middle relief guys. No offense to them. They're great at what they do. Oh.
Nice. I don't know why I did that. I don't know how I did that, but nice. Nice. Wow.
All right. Well, that's a perfect way to end off today's episode. Yeah, awesome. It was great to be live again, and we'll be back next week.